Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
Senator Chis Escudero did file a case, disbarment, before the Supreme Court against lawyer Jesus Falsis III. That's for alleged violation of the Code of Professional Responsibility, which governs the conduct of attorneys, including their online presence. In his post, Falsis called Escudero shameless, the worst Senate president in history, and, quote, even bulok na keso. Let's bring in Attorney Jess Falsis himself. So, ikaw ang unang nasampulan ni dating Senate President Chis Escudero.
Ang unang tanong ko lang dyan, mga ladies, no, bakit ako yung nauna? So is it because I'm a small person na kayang-kaya niyang tirahin? Because if he's talking about his accusers, I am not an accuser. Mga ladies, no, mga ma'am and sir, I am not an accuser. I am a commentary analyst. Nagpo-post ako commentating on the news. If you will canvass my Facebook page or any of my social media platforms, which is Facebook and Twitter, where I post my commentaries, I usually and will always try to post a balita to react on. Yung caption ko will just be my own commentary, my own opinion on what is being reported. So for example, yung mga 142 billion budget insertion, hindi naman ako ang nag-accuse niyan, mga ladies, no? It was Politico PH that first reported that, or other news outlets, no, online or TV channels. It was not me. And then yung sa Senate hearing, hindi naman ako ang nag-accuse ng 160 million na kickback. It was Yusek Roberto Bernardo. So bakit hindi niya kinasuhan kagad ng perjury or ng libel si Roberto Bernardo? At bakit disbarment ang kaso sa akin? Bakit hindi cyber libel kung talagang nakakasira sa reputation niya yon?
Do you acknowledge that it may affect your reputation as a lawyer by saying what some may consider libelous? Bulok na keso, medyo libelous yata yun, hindi ba?
Oh, it cannot be libelous no, because bulok na keso is a play of words on his nickname, which is Cheese, no? And hindi ba kabulok-bulok yung ginawa niya about the budget insertion? Ang ano ko kasi dyan, there's already a case filed. And technically, that case should be confidential. He should not really be stating that, no? But because he already made it public, I'll just answer a bit and then not really respond to the case because I haven't read the entire complaint. But if we're talking about the three quote-unquote comments, no, na talagang ina-highlight ni Senator Cheese, which is shameless, bulok na keso, tsaka worst president in Senate history, or worst Senate president in history, those are all opinions, and they are political opinions. Under the Constitution, political speech is the highest form of freedom of speech. And ito yung gusto ko ding iambag sana, no? Ang lawyers, just because we are lawyers doesn't mean we are stripped of our freedom of speech, especially when making satire or when making sarcastic, pointed comments. So, lahat na lang dry, lahat na lang parang bland yung commentary. Hindi pwede. By the way, ako kasi, mga ladies, hindi ako lawyer lang. Ang aking undergraduate degree is political science. So ever since, even before ako naging lawyer, nagpo-post na ako about my political opinions or commentaries and analysis about the state of things. Mula pa yan sa panahon ni Pinoy, no, nung nagsimula ang Facebook, sometime 2008. Yeah. I've been consistent in posting my political opinions. So I would like to argue na those kind of statements are not unethical for me as a lawyer because he's only looking at me as a lawyer lang. One, I'm also a Filipino citizen. And second, I'm a political scientist. So those are pointed, kahit pointed siya, entitled ako to pointed commentaries because I just have to describe things as it is. He is the worst Senate president in history. Why is he not the worst Senate president? If you compare all other Senate presidents, sino ang Senate president in history who was popularly embroiled or plagued by controversies? At most, makakompare mo lang sa kanya is Senator Juan Ponce Enrile. But even then, si Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile was commended for handling or how he handled the impeachment trial of Chief Justice Corona. He was able to handle it well in terms of procedure, in terms of gravitas, etc., etc. Na ano lang siya dun sa pork barrel, which is a personal matter. Here, anong issue about the Senate presidency ni Senator Cheese? It was about his handling of the budget. There are legitimate questions about how he handled, as Senate President, the most corrupt 2025 budget, which is nag-insert siya 142 billion. So imbes na kasuhan niya ako ng disbarment, maybe he should explain, which he did not explain sa privilege speech niya. He should should explain the 142 billion budget insertions. 9 billion went to Sorsogon, which is his baluarte or ang hometown ng mga Escuderos. He should explain why he accepted campaign contributions from the donor Lawrence Lubiano ng Center West instead of just saying may iba ding mga politicians na may campaign contractor contributions. Even President BBM and Sara Duterte, sinabi niya people higher than him. Meron daw contractors na campaign donors. Sure! Lahat sila may contractor donations, but that will not absolve him. So he should focus on himself. He should also explain why he was alleged to receive 160 million in DPWH kickback from Roberto Bernardo. Never pa in-explain ni Senator Cheese yung statement ni Roberto Bernardo, quote-unquote, alam ko ang galawan nyo sa DPWH. Sabihan mo si Sec Bonoan, babaan ako ng pondo. Senator Cheese Escudero has never explained that. So instead of filing disbarment cases and weaponization of the law against his quote-unquote accusers, na hindi naman niya accusers kasi hindi naman kami yung nag-accuse. We are just commentating. Okay. If the truth hurts, it's not because of us. It's because of the
all right.
accusing.
Is it correct? It's unethical to disclose this. He should not have and left it to the Supreme Court to, take a look at this case of disbarment against you.
So for me, after tonight, I will just leave it to the process. I will just respond, file my answer or compliance when I get, kasi I haven't received the actual complaint, only media reports. But I urge journalists to research on the matter because there are many other lawyers who publicize disbarment cases. Tapos, na-reverse, meaning nabaliktad sila. Yung nag-publicize ng pag-file ng disbarment, ang na-reprimand or napagalitan ng Supreme Court because Rule 139 B of the Rules of Court strictly say confidential ang disbarment proceedings, even the filing. You don't publicize it. The only exception is the final order of the Supreme Court on the matter. Kung nag-decision na yung Supreme Court to disbar, suspend, reprimand, or warn the lawyer involved in the disbarment case. So madami ng lawyers, hindi ko napapangalanan, na nabaliktad. Meaning, sila yung nag-publicize, nag-file sila, nag-complain sila, tapos minidya nila, nilik pa. By the way, yung address ko, nilik din ng staff ni Senator Cheese or ni Senator Cheese mismo when he gave copies of the complaint because he did not redact my address. And then for a while before I messaged certain media outlets, my address was on social media. Eh syempre ako, madaming mga bashers, I don't know if yung iba dyan will act on their death threats because I have death threats from many different camps, hindi lang naman from one sector. So putting my address out there is very irresponsible on the part of Senator Cheese.
Kanina may napansin ako yung mga observations mo. I'm asking you, I guess, to put on your political science hat for this one. Sinabi mo parang mga nag-audition tong mga to for 2028 kasi nga dumalo si VP Sara kanina para sa budget hearing niya. Tell us, ano yung mga napansin mo doon and what stood out the most with today's events?
Well, today's privileged speeches, especially by Senator Cheese, was supposed to be a bombshell. There were reports that he would name a lot of names and explain in detail how kickbacks happen aside from himself. Mga ibang senador or congressman, how does it happen? Pero eventually, it became like a nothing burger na parang wala namang nangyari, walang pasabog, which is, we already know that Speaker Martin Romualdez is being accused as well of budget insertions and his own participation or accountability in the flood control projects or other SOPs sa budget insertion. So it's not true anymore that Speaker Martin is the name who cannot be named. So eventually, the privileged speech seemed like an audition piece na here I am, Cheese Escudero, who will really attack Martin Romualdez, who is quote-unquote the number one enemy of Vice President Sara Duterte. It seems for most independent analysts, parang doon pinakagalit si VP Sara sa ngayon. Of course, galit din si VP Sara sa ating Pangulo, pero hindi niya masyado tinitira. Ang tinitira lagi ni VP Sara is si Speaker Martin. So it seemed like an audition piece because we all know VP Sara is a front runner in 2028, and so she's looking for someone to be her vice president, and other people will naturally try to offer themselves na, I can be your VP because Senator Cheese comes from Sorsogon, which is medyo north, hindi siya south-south. Kasi ang formula noon, 2025, solid north plus solid south, the Marcoses and the Duterte. So VP Sara needs to pad or needs to look for a VP candidate na tandem who will bring in the numbers from Luzon or Visayas, hindi lang sa Mindanao, which is yung baluarte ng mga Duterte. So for me, it seemed like an audition piece for 2028.
Teka, attorney, sino yung name na gusto mo sana marinig na hindi mo narinig that cannot be named? Yung bagong Voldemort, sino yun?
No. It was Senator Cheese who was saying Speaker Martin is the name who cannot be named. Madaming ibang pangalan, senador at congressman, allegedly, ilalaglag daw ni Senator Cheese. Yun yung expectation kanina sa privilege speech niya. But eventually, walang ibang pinangalanan except Speaker Martin and Zaldico, who we already have heard from other
Ba't kaya nagkaganon, Attorney Jess? If Senator Chiz Escudero was supposed to bear all earlier today, ano kaya nangyari? Nagkaroon ba ng negosasyon? Kasi basically, he said kanina that nililihis itong investigation and senators are being the scapegoats and congressmen should be investigated as well.
Well, we can only speculate, no? But this is a reasonable analysis of things, no? Kung ilalaglag niya kasi yung mga ibang senador or congressman, kung yun yung mangyayari sana, no? It will be like a scorched earth policy or a Pyrrhic victory, no? Na, okay, nilaglag mo yung iba, pero it doesn't really help you either because one, you're making new enemies, and second, it doesn't absolve or justify whatever you did. So I go back to what I said kanina, no? Instead of filing cases against his so-called accusers, he should just explain all of these issues like the 142 billion budget insertion and yung accusation ni Roberto Bernardo, which is not my accusation.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog.